Hey YouTube, I wanted to take a moment and talk about a set of rules that I discovered all the way back when I was in high school. So this must have been years ago at this point, but they were called the red teaming rules. And red teaming is when people actually, penetration testers will actually play bad guys and they will try and think about what are the bad guys going to do, and they'll try and break into certain systems, whether it's computer systems or actual physical security systems, and try and get into it and test how your security is. Now, they came up with a set of rules, and I'll actually see if I can find the original link to post these rules. And the original set that I had written down back when I was in high school was 89 total rules. And I tried studying, and I probably would have been better off reading Proverbs at the time, but it is what it is. And the internet had taken me in interesting ways down, and I probably became a different person because of it, and I learned something from it. And I wanted to share just a few. I'm not going to go through all 89 rules, obviously, but I tried to pick out a few of the first couple that related to gold and silver investing, and how we might be better gold and silver investors. So number one, always have an escape plan. That is rule number one on the list of red teaming rules, and I think that certainly applies to gold and silver. You have to be ready to go at a moment's notice, and you have to have a way to get out of your investments. Now, I think that also applies to being able to take your investments with you, because these aren't simple investments that are logging into a brokerage account that you can access anywhere in the country. These are actual physical pieces of metal. So you're not going to be able to simply log in and be able to sell them. You have to be able to actually bring them with you. So I think that is something that you need to plan for. Number three, the third rule for the red teaming rules is going to be assumption is the mother of all F-ups. Now, I think that we all know that this is true, and we've probably all heard this figure of speech before, because that is when we get in trouble, is when we assume that, stocks are always going to go up, or the 2008 financial crisis, where we assumed that housing prices would continue to go up, 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 and what do you know? They didn't continue to go up, 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 up for forever. In fact, they went down significantly. I think that people get caught into these traps where they, it's certain things for them. Some people it's stocks, some people it's real estate. Some people even, dare I say, they get caught in the belief that silver or even gold will be going up, up, up for forever. And in reality, that's just simply not going to happen. Now, there are going to be pressures that will send these things, and we believe in these investments for reasons. That doesn't mean it's always going to be the case, and we have to keep that in mind. Now, the next one, always have a backup plan. That's just solid advice. That is number 4 on the list of red teaming rules. But number 8, I wanted to jump a few ahead, because this is one of my favorite things that I took away from the red teaming rules way back when I first discovered this list. And number 8, ironically enough, is the 7 P's. And if you've never heard of the 7 P's, they go like this. It goes: proper planning and preparation prevents piss poor performance. So proper planning and preparation prevents piss poor performance. And that's just so true. If we are prepared for things in life, we are prepared for unforeseen circumstances, and we can do that in lots of different ways. A lot of that probably does come from being financially prepared for things. Maybe it comes for being prepared in other ways, and always carrying knives and our EDCs, and preparing in other ways to be ready for things that come out of the blue that we are not expecting. So I think that that is probably the best thing that we can do in our lives, is have that proper planning and preparation so that we can perform well and not have that piss poor performance. So I wanted to continue on with just a few more, because I still got a little bit more time on here. So let's talk about rule number 9 from those 89 rules of the red teaming rules. Number 9 is: a simple and flexible plan is always better than a complex rule-bound plan. So being able to adapt, and if you want to go with the Marine saying of improvise, adapt, and overcome, that's another way of thinking about it. But being ready to change and go along with those change, but having that simple plan and taking action on that simple plan is just so powerful, and you will get a ton out of having that simple plan. So other ones I wanted to talk about is you don't have to like it, you just have to do it. That's rule 11. You don't have to like it, you just have to do it. And when it comes to investing, that's so true. Sometimes, we really do want to make that Amazon purchase or go out to eat or those kinds of things, and we'd be much better off saving, putting our money into the stock market or putting our money into gold and silver. But that doesn't matter. You don't have to like it, you just have to do it. Number 12 maybe is the most directly related to investing, and that 12th red teaming rule is always invest in good quality stuff. I think that is the perfect example for investing in gold and silver, because there's really no point in cheaping out when you could have such beautiful coins like you see displayed before you, as well as your other gear and accessories. There's no point in cheaping out. Always invest in good quality stuff. Now, the 21st rule, we'll skip down a little bit, is to don't believe what you're told, always double check. And that's certainly more true now than it was even back when I was in high school, because we can't believe everything that we see. I think it's at this point a cliche that you can't believe everything you hear or see on the internet, and that's just so true. You really cannot go with what you hear or see on the internet. It's always beneficial to double check and see if that's actually the case, because there's a lot of false stuff out there. There's a lot of altered things out there, and we just have to be really careful about those things and make sure that we're double checking. Maybe at a later date I'll come back and revisit some more of these rules, because I only made it through, that's like 21, and we didn't even talk about the full 21. But I think these red team rules probably were a great thing for me to be studying at the time. And would I have been better off reading the Bible and simply reading Proverbs and those simple phrases and words of wisdom from the book of God? Yeah, I probably would have been better off with that. But in a way, I was able to learn from these things, and I think that God does weird things like that, and he puts different things in front of us to expose us to different things and different ways of thought. And I think that is something that's really important to understand as well. You don't have to be so one-track minded. So if you like this video, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Take care, guys.